Oh, I'm live already. Forget the 30-second countdown. I'm already live. All right, what's up, y'all? This is Buffalo Bills Thursday on the Fan Cave. I'm by myself, as you can see. My cousin Brad, who usually hosts the show, he's sick right now. So right now, I'm held it down by myself. If anybody else wants to come in, I have no idea who's watching the show because I had to reboot my computer and stuff. But we on YouTube, we on Twitch, we on Facebook. All you gotta do, like and subscribe. I'm here to talk about the Bills. I'm here to talk about NFL, whatever. We got a game tonight too. I think it's another crappy game, which I can't stand Thursday night games because it's usually a crappy matchup. And I didn't even check my lineup. I didn't even make sure I ain't had nobody playing today. I think, let me see, who's playing? Is it the Jaguars? They suck. I did have DJ Shark, but I don't know if I even inserted him in the lineup because I'm doing the show now. All right. So hopefully I can see people's comments. I really don't even know if I'm on Facebook or not because I told you I rebooted my computer. But it doesn't matter. I'm here to talk about the Bills. Obviously, Josh Allen stepped this game up. Finally, leave me less room to have to worry. Okay, there we go. He shared the video. Leave me less room to have to worry about, whether or not he's fell off the cliff. Like whether or not, is he really that good? Did he deserve the contract? I feel more confident in Josh now, like he deserved the contract. He did his thing, right? So you can't beat 4 touchdown passes in the game and a rushing touchdown. And you threw for over 300. And you completed more than 55% of your passes, which you had did the previous 2 weeks. And, you was kind of slow in them playoff games, too. You was all right. And, we already know you got some dynamic plays in you. But I ain't going to lie to you. I was a little worried about you, Josh. But you stepped your game up. You did what you need to do. A couple of players also stepped their game up. This last game, which was Taron Johnson, he's been doing it all season long. He's looking like the best slot cornerback in the league. Milano still doing his thing. Tremaine Edmonds, he's all right. I was calling him trash before. I ain't gonna do that anymore. I ain't gonna sit up here and call a man trash because he ain't trash, but he ain't looking like that first round pick. He's athletic. How many plays? He made a play last week, though. He batted the ball down after rushing the line of scrimmage. He made a tackle for a loss, which we don't ever really get to see him do. But he made one of those last week. They said he had 7 tackles. I counted like 3. You know what I mean? But hey, maybe it's the assistant tackle. Maybe because when he ran over there and dove and touched somebody afterwards, maybe that's what it was. But other than that, the Bills look like they're ready. And then the matchup this week is so easy. That's why, I feel bad, but I don't feel bad. Because we really can't really gauge how good of a team we are. How good really are we? Because at the end of the day, we're playing, we lost to Pittsburgh and then they lost their 2 games, right? And then we crushed Miami. We zipped them 35-0, but we had to play against a backup quarterback who came in relief of Tua. And then what is Miami anyway with Tua? What is he? We don't know. And then you had the last game. You got Heineke, another backup cornerback. We don't really have nothing on him. He had a couple of fluke touchdowns, one screenplay, which I said built me some team speed. That showed me right there. If Tyreek Hill get that ball in a screen pass, he's definitely gone. If we can't cut these angles and get the speed to get up and get him, I'm worried. Tyreek Hill is not no joke. That dude got speed. That's not, but the whole Kansas City team has speed, and that's what their game plan should be when they play the Bills. We play them in 2 weeks, and I'm not trying to overlook the Texans, but I know there's room to worry about who's going to make it out in the AFC, who we going to face in the AFC Championship. And right now, it's looking like the Chiefs again, but it might be the Browns. But the Chiefs, because they lost 2 games, they really should have lost 3. The Chiefs really should be 0-3. They barely beat barely won that first game, barely. So, we'll see what happens. They beat the Browns that first game. That's right, they beat the Browns. Let me see if I can see some comments in here. Because I'll be worried about these Bills and who we gonna face in these playoffs. That's the main thing. Like who is we gonna face when it comes to the playoffs? You know what I mean? Hold on, let me try to turn this down. It's a little echo. That's what happens when you try to operate the phone and the what's called at the same time. So, I'm worried just about who we're gonna face in the playoffs. I think we're a good team, but people don't have us. They're trying to get off the high horse of the Bills. Before the season started, we was going to the Super Bowl. That's what we was going to do. We was going to do our thing, go to the Super Bowl, And they had us all picked for it. I think like I saw on CBS, like 4 out of 5 people picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl. And that's just because they want to see us there too. They've seen Kansas City for 2 straight years. It's time for the Bills now. It's our time now. And the way our team is playing collectively, our defense looks great, even through the first 3 games. With a shutout, I felt like they really could have had a shutout. They really, really dialed in the last game, but they didn't get that shutout that game. They allowed 3 touchdowns. This next game, we should get another shutout, I feel. Davis Mills, I just don't believe in you. I don't believe you. It's time for the Bills defense to show what we're really made of. And that's what we're going to do. And that's why I feel like we're that best team in the AFC, because we want to get the offensive side that we can show you guys multiple games in a row that we can play. It's up from there. It's up because the defense can play for sure this season. And I think they're just getting started. I think they're just getting warmed up and starting to learn how to play with each other, because once they start getting these defensive rotations in and everybody's healthy, it's scary. It's scary out there for the Bills. But the Raiders look good too. The Raiders 3-0. The Broncos, are they 3-0? Are they legit 3-0 though? They played people who had a combined combined 0-9. Every opponent they played. The Bills, yeah, their opponents don't look too great either. And then we really won't face a really good competitor until Kansas City, right? We won't face until we get to Tennessee as well. So I'm gonna try to make it down there to that game too. My boy lives down there. So what are we really gonna be facing here? Are the Bills legit or what? They want to know. We won't know until really they play somebody, and we ain't playing nobody for a week or 2. It's unfortunate we don't get to play Tyrod. It's unfortunate we don't get to play him because, I kind of looking forward to that. Can the Bills brought up a mobile quarterback now? Because that's going to be science for Lamar. Playoffs. I don't know if Baltimore going to make it. Look like they will, because the Steelers ain't as hot as we thought they was when they beat us. And we needed that. Everybody was saying we needed that punch in the mouth. We needed to get humbled from that game. So if that worked to get us to go undefeated the rest of the way, I'll be happy about it. And they're saying right now we have the easiest schedule the rest of the way as far as the quarterbacks we play, right? So we got to play Tua again. We got to play Mac Jones twice. We got to play Zach Wilson twice. That's like 5 games right there, all right? So I can't see us losing to any of those 3 teams, not even one time, right? So, or Brissett either. So that's 5 games we should win right there. We already won, 2 games? So we got a game against the Texans. We're going to smash them. That's 6 games. What other quarterbacks are we really facing? Then we're playing the Giants, right? Are you afraid of Danny Dimes, I'm calling him? Danny Tanner, my other boy, calling him. Are you afraid of that? Shout out from Buffalo. What's up? How you doing? I see a comment came through, but it came through from Twitch. I don't know if I'm getting it from Facebook. I told you I got a new setup here, so I don't even know what the heck is going on. Okay, it's coming up there. It's coming up there a little bit. So yeah, like I was saying, it's more. Levi Wallace is looking nice too. They can't even pick on Levi. What are they going to do with Levi Wallace? They can't pick on him. They can't pick on your boy Levi. They can't pick on Trey White. He's let a couple passes come through, but what are you gonna do? He be chilling. But I like it though, because they're testing him. So then that's got to keep him ready. Trey White, stay on your toes, man. Stay ready. Matt Milano, you a missile. My man Matt Milano is a missile. He's a straight missile. He ready to do what is needed. But Tremaine Evans, I feel like Tremaine Evans is not doing, right? And I don't know. That our running game, is it what it needs to do? My boy J-Rock was complaining. He was like, man, the Bills ain't running the ball enough. I really don't know how Dable has it set up for these running backs to play. And I still haven't seen Matt Breida. Can I see a play where Matt Breida just gets the ball just one time? I don't care if it's a pass out of the backfield. They tried to do that backwards pass crap in the first game, which was trash. I have a problem with that. Can I see Matt Breida? Or are they waiting like later on down the line for Matt Breida to do anything? Like maybe they're just hiding them so people don't see the speed that we have when we put them on the field. Are we going to see more Isaiah McKenzie do some more jet sweeps? Are we going to see him part of the offense? I feel like Gabe Davis even took a step back in the offense. But that's okay, because Emmanuel Sanders shined. Cole Beasley shined. Cole Beasley had like 11 catches, over 90-something yards. Emmanuel Sanders had 2 touchdown catches. Is Stephon Diggs going to start getting angry because he ain't getting the ball? I don't know. Is he going to start getting angry because he ain't getting the ball? That's a good question. So, I mean, there's things that the Bills still got to tighten up, obviously. In the AFC, we got to figure out who's gonna meet us there. Who's going to meet us in the playoffs? Who's going to meet us? Who's it going to be? You said we don't need Matt. We don't need Matt who? Matt Milano? We need him. If that's what you're talking about. We definitely need Matt Milano. That dude is the best. He might even be like the most impactful player on our defense next to Taron Johnson. Them boys is right there. Taron Johnson, Matt Milano, so far to me, have been the MVP of the defense so far this year. Not Trey White, not Jordan Poyer, even though they're playing good. Micah Hyde, they both had 2 good interceptions. But to me, the dude who's bringing the disruption, the dude who's bringing the pain, Matt Milano. It's got to be Matt Milano. And it's got to be Taron Johnson. He's in there, he's breaking up plays. He could have had a pick 6. Again, Brad, you on?
Yo, what's good, my man? Sorry, man, I bust through the show, but I couldn't let you do this on your own, man.
Right. I'm glad.
So I'm here. I feel like absolute dog crap, so take it easy on me.
You got to take your meds, man. You got to take your meds and try to medicate yourself, get yourself right. But I'm glad you just came on the show, though.
Yeah, take it easy.
It didn't feel the same without you. I'm talking to myself over here.
I know. I understand. I'm here though. So where am I coming in? Where am I leaving off?
Well, basically, I was just talking about the players that are the Bills a legit team? That's what the question is around the league. I hear that what's your dude name that's on ESPN that talks all the crap?
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith. I heard he didn't have the Bills in the power rank 5. He didn't have us in it.
Let's look at what's going on right now. I mean, Buffalo, we lost to Pittsburgh, who, they're a fraud. They're a fraud team. I'm not saying the Bengals are bad, but Pittsburgh isn't good. But I said that from week 1. We needed a wake-up call to get back to where we needed to go. And we proved that against Miami, who was absolutely terrible. We shut them out 35-0. And we played underwhelming Washington defense. And this right here, this game we have this week, is going to be an absolute joke. Let's keep it real. People say this isn't a trap game. We'll take an easy bye week to Kansas City because we're going to play Kansas City next week. Right. So this is pretty much a bye week. We're going to go in. We're going to handle business, and that's what it is. But I think the Bills are definitely, according to Pro Football Focus, they're number 3 in the rankings.
Right.
So, Stephen A., he's never going to give the Buffalo Bills any credit till we beat somebody, quote unquote. So I think
somebody needs to remind him. They need to remind that man. This is the only real New York team, right? So once he realizes that, maybe he'll jump back in with us. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's you looking back from 20 years ago. This is not the same Bills, bro. This ain't it. We had the playoffs the last 2 years. We look like we're gonna be in it again. We have one of the easiest schedules again. So
what happened to you? Okay. Well, let me ask you, because you brought up a good point. That brings up our concept that I wanted to bring to the show if I wasn't so sick, but I'm going to try to do it with you while we're here. We're going to play a good old-fashioned game of contender or pretender.
Pretender, right. I did say it.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Buffalo Bills. We're going to start off with the Bills. Buffalo Bills.
The way I say we're a contender mostly. I know the way the national media might project us or whatever, but I feel like we're definitely a contender because of the roster. It's not just, just because we're 3 or 2-1 and we won decisively in the last two games.
Mm-hmm.
It's simply because of the roster is just built so nicely, like from top to bottom. Our quarterback, he's efficient. We know that he's got a big arm. He's mobile, and he's played at the MVP level last year. Our wide receivers, bona fide, led the league in receiving last year, and Stephon Diggs. Beasley, one of the best slot corners in the game, right? Emmanuel Sanders proven that he could be one of the best slot corners in the game as well. If he's not one of the best right there, still got it at 34. They can't guard him. They can't guard him. There's been multiple plays that even Josh maybe even missed him, but he was open. He's getting open.
So you're saying Buffalo Bills contender?
Contender for a fact, just because of the way the roster is set up as well. That's the biggest point I can make. Besides, because we haven't played nobody yet, right?
Technically, according to Stephen A. Smith. And we'll get to his list in a minute. So Buffalo right now is absolutely a contender. Their defense is playing lights out the last couple of games. Yeah, we did lose to Pittsburgh, but it was a wake-up call for this upcoming season. We were feeling ourselves throughout the preseason. So that was definitely a wake-up call. And you see they answered the bell when it came to Miami, who was the leader of the division for week 1. Coming in, we went to their place, shut them out, beat the dog crap out of them, and we left out there with a dub without getting scored on. Washington came into our place, came in with a revamped team, a rejuvenated team after a shutout. We beat the dog crap out of them, and we're going to beat the crap out of the Houston Texans this week. Buffalo definitely a contender. Josh Allen's on another level, offensive player of the week for the NFL. Stephon Diggs still kind of lying in the weeds, but he's going to erupt this week, I think, because nobody on that team can guard him. Cole Beasley's playing lights out. He had 10 catches. Emmanuel Sanders had an awesome game. So the Bills are on all our cylinders right now. So I think they're definitely a contender. Moving on, we already got the Buffalo Bills as a contender. Let's go to Stephen A's list, his top 5. Los Angeles Rams, contender or pretender? Go ahead.
For me, they're a contender. They're legit. That defense is crazy. Again, their roster. I don't care who you play, but you played the Buccaneers, you played the Super Bowl champs, and you smashed them. So you're definitely a contender.
Okay, I'm gonna go contender as well, and here's why I'm gonna go contender.
It's scary too often.
Jared Goff. Mind you, last year they did beat the dog crap out of the Super Bowl champs last year with Jared Goff at quarterback. People forgot about that, like that didn't happen.
Yeah, I definitely forgot about that.
That definitely happened. But now you got Matt Stafford, who's playing lights out. Now, a lot of people are going to say, oh, well, they're going to tank at the end of the season like they always do. I don't believe that. They're definitely a contender. I see them top 5. That defense is playing a lot. I mean, Aaron Donald is pretty much 70% of their whole team as a whole. I mean, you can't stop him. You're not going to win. So Aaron Donald on that team, healthy, he just murders everyone. Then you got Jalen Ramsey, they don't throw his way. Then you got Robert Woods, Kupp, Stafford. They're playing lights out. They just knocked off the Super Bowl champs. They're definitely a contender.
Facts.
All right.
And then it's scary what they're going to do on offense. Like, they still got Deshaun Jackson, like, running – like deep routes, burning people a couple times a game. Like
exactly. We didn't even touch on Deshaun Jackson. Shout out to him. Back in LA doing what he does best. Now, next on Stephen A's list, number 2 was the Green Bay Packers, contender or pretender? Go ahead. I'll let you answer this one.
I got to give them contender. They were in the NFC Championship last year. They could have been a play away from being in the Super Bowl, actually, if Rodgers maybe runs for it. Or they don't just run him to the right so he doesn't have half the field to throw. I don't know what the offensive coordinator – I think Rodgers was pretty pissed about that play too. He looked pretty pissed during that game. I don't think he liked the play calling at the end. But anyway, besides that, I do think that they are a contender just based on him solely. He's great.
Okay. I am going to go with the Green Bay Packers as a pretender. People are like, oh, my God, what? They're a pretender? They were in the NFC Championship last year. Yeah, so what? Let's keep it a buck. They let the Niners pretty much beat them the entire game on Sunday night. Niners had their number the entire game. The Niners just don't know how to close. Like, the Niners are a handsome dude or a pretty chick going up to the opposite sex, but you can't close the deal. You can't get the draws. That's exactly what that's exactly what the 49ers
But that's contender, though. That's still contender.
No. So the Packers. Exactly. So the Packers let them in the game, let them in the whole. They were down by 3 points at halftime to the 49ers. Now, the 49ers defense is legit, but you guys forgot it was 37 seconds left, and Aaron Rodgers is not Tom Brady, so he's not going to nickel and dime you down the field. He's going to throw the ball down the field, and he's going to get the win. You don't know how to close. Packers, Aaron Rodgers don't want to play for you anymore.
So you saying just because of that game, and but they did underperform. They got beat down in the first game versus Jameis.
I wasn't done. I wasn't finished. Yeah, remember Jameis Winston opening week, 5 touchdowns for Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston dropped 5 on you.
30 touchdowns in the last season.
Yeah, remember you didn't score. They're a pretender. So no, I'm gonna take them off of the list. They're a pretender. They'll probably make the playoffs on a wild card just because that division is absolutely garbage. You know what? No, they're not. Shout out to the Vikings. The Vikings might surprise some people, but pretender.
Oh, okay.
Going pretender.
Take them.
All right. Next up on Stephen A's list, number 3 was the Dallas Cowboys. Contender or pretender? Go.
I hate the Cowboys, but they're definitely a contender. That offense is a force. I don't know if their defense is going to hold up this year, but Diggs, Stephon Diggs' brother, he was playing pretty
Trayvon.
good. Trayvon Diggs, man, he's looking pretty good out there, though.
I love his son. Did you watch Hard Knocks? I love his son.
I didn't watch Hard Knocks at all this time.
His son is awesome. His son is like, oh, man, I like Uncle Steph. Uncle Steph scored a touchdown. Yeah, his son is awesome. Shout out to him.
Right, but his dad scored a touchdown, too, so I don't know how many people were saying, did he have 3 touchdown returns, or was it just like 3 interceptions this year?
Yeah, they call him camo. They call him camouflage. A wide receiver playing defensive back. So shout out to that
I'm going to have to look at that news because I think I heard them reported that the dude has 1 touchdown. He's got more touchdowns this year than if this is correct. They say he had 1 in every game, a touchdown return.
Yeah, he had a pick 6 in the first game. I don't know if he had 1 in the second. I think he had a pick in the second game, but he definitely had a pick 6 in last week.
Well, even if he's got 2, he's got 2 more than Stephon Diggs. So
yeah.
Or no, he's got one more than Stephon Diggs.
Oh yeah, but he has more. He has more. Long story short, he has more.
That's crazy.
He has more. Sure.
To me, they're a contender. Look at the offense, dude.
No. They're a contender because their division is horrible. I said it.
Ours is too.
No, we're legit. That division is bad. They have the Giants, the Eagles, and Washington. That division is bad. So they're going to make the playoffs.
Our division is trash. We got Tua, freaking. I think Washington is better than Miami. I think that the Giants are better than Miami. I think that everybody in the division is better than Miami and the Jets. We have the worst team in the NFL playing.
Okay, okay. Let me put it to you a different way. Dallas is the best of a bad situation. We're actually just playing better than our division. We're better, much better than the Jets.
They were right there with the Super Bowl with the Buccaneers. They should have beat the Buccaneers.
Did they?
They should have beat them. They had the game won. At least from Dak Prescott, the dude was averaging 350 yards a game. Like,
did they win? They did not.
They didn't. No, they didn't win.
Exactly.
But still,
you're a pretender. You are the best of a bad situation.
Who's stopping that offense?
I think that offense can be stopped. Where's Ezekiel Elliott? Have you heard of him? Have you heard of Ezekiel? Where's Ezekiel Elliott? How come the backup
game on Monday?
The backup running back is better than Ezekiel Elliott right now?
You have those games. There was games where Kenneth Davis outplayed Thurman Thomas in certain games. You have those. There were games like that for a fact. Matter of fact, for a little while, people were trying to say, "Oh, play Kenneth Davis instead of Thurman." You don't remember this, but I do.
Hall of Famer, Ezekiel Elliott. Big gap.
I know. I'm just telling you, there's games where the backup running backs, actually, because of what they do in the game, become more popular sometimes.
Come on,
man. Doing thing right now. But Zeke has been balling. Zeke balled the last game. I know he's been slow the first 2 weeks. He balled his game. Even without Zeke. When you
Dallas.
With Pollard in there, Dallas' offense is formidable. They're the top. I think right now they might even have one of the best offenses in the NFL.
Okay, Dallas is a pretender. They're a pretender. They just beat Philly. They beat Philly. I give you that. You beat Philly. You won last week, but you lost to a contender. You lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You had the game won. You couldn't get the draws. You couldn't close. Sorry. You're a pretender. So it is what it is. All right, next up, number 4 on Stephen A's list, the Arizona Cardinals, contender or pretender? Go ahead.
I want to say they're more of that defense with the defensive line, but they lost Patrick Peterson. I don't know, man. I mean, if we're comparing them to the Bills, I still think that they're.
We're not doing that. We're saying contender or pretender.
I'm going to say they're a contender. I like their matchup. I like their roster. I like all those rosters. None of them are pretenders. None of the people on his list, I don't think, are pretenders. Now, there's some undefeated teams that are pretenders.
Oh, don't worry. We'll get to that. In a minute. But yeah, Arizona Cardinals, they're legit. I'll give them contender. They're legit. That's going to be a tough race. Because they do have the Rams in that division, and they have the Seahawks. I and they do have the Niners. To me, it's going to all rest on Kyler Murray, on how good he plays. If he plays well,
That's the toughest division in football, maybe.
That is the toughest division in football. I absolutely agree. But it all depends on Kyler Murray. If he plays well, absolutely, they're a contender. If he falls short, watch out. But it's going to depend. It's going to rest on the shoulders.
He actually didn't play that well last game. He had more turnovers than he did touchdowns.
But he threw for 300.
300 yards don't mean nothing if it's not translated to you scoring actual points.
Last week
maybe it was even. He had two interceptions, or maybe two touchdowns.
Last week he had 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. So,
he had 400 yards altogether.
Yeah, he was balling. I think it's gonna it's gonna rise and fall on Kyler Murray. Let's see the best he can do. Now the 5. No, that's the 5 on number 5 on Stephen A's list. Cleveland, contender or pretender? No, okay, if you got to think about it, they're pretender.
No, they're contender. They're legit. They're legit. I feel like, unfortunately, they're like the 49ers, like you were saying. They don't know how to close. They don't know how to close. Yeah. You know what I mean? The second time you had Kansas City on the ropes, you let them off the hook.
Couldn't get the draws.
You let them off the hook.
Couldn't get the draws. Absolutely. Absolutely. I would say they're a contender. That to me, the Cincinnati Bengals are better than people are giving them credit for when they're healthy and they can actually protect Joe Burrow. But Cleveland, that defensive line is, you got Myles Garrett, the Jadeveon Clowney on that team, or how is it, Jadeveon? I don't know how to say it. Whatever. You got him on the. You got Clowney on the defensive line. That's pretty much your whole defense, but that's a hard defense to stop. Garrett had 4.5 sacks. Clowney had 2. You know what I mean? That defense is legit. So I'm definitely going to say they're a contender.
There was 9 sacks that game, right?
Yes. Because Matt Nagy forgot that you got a rookie playing in his first game against a really dominant defensive line. But whatever. We'll see how that goes. Cleveland on offense. Nick Chubb's legit. Kareem Hunt's legit. OBJ is back. He had 6 catches, if I'm not mistaken. You still got Jarvis. No, Jarvis Landry's actually out, so you don't have him. We got the tight ends. Those tight ends are legit. This is one of those situations, just like Arizona. It's going to fall on. We're going to go and fall on Baker Mayfield. How well he plays. If he plays well, they're a contender. He starts.
I feel like he's a game manager now. I feel like he's a game manager for that team. They like to run the ball.
Yeah, he's pretty much Joe Flacco. I'm being real. I'm just being real. He's Joe Flacco. Yeah. Great defense, strong running game. Get it done.
That running game is amazing, though. That's not like no regular running game. That with them 2 running backs, man.
Yeah.
They got the best running backs in the NFL.
Okay, now we're about to get interesting. Because that was Stephen A's top 5. Now it's about to get real. Okay. Are you ready? All right. Las Vegas Raiders, contender or pretender? Go.
Contender. I advocate for the Raiders. I like the Raiders. I think the Raiders are legit. I think that offense looks amazing. I think Derek Carr has been good all along. The people have hated on him. The dude has a great passer rating. I don't see what he does wrong that people didn't like him before. But
he wears an eyeliner. That's wrong.
So did Prince. Okay, what do you want me to tell you? He's still great. Prince is great. All right. Dennis Rodman Ward probably. He was great too. So maybe more people need to wear eyeliner. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I still believe in. I don't know about their defense though. That's the only question to me. Like, who is on their defense? That dude, Max Crosby. He's a beast.
Crosby's legit.
That dude is legit. I was like, where the heck has this dude been? Like, I saw him play a couple games last year that he played decent in, but I feel like he's just dominating right now in the NFL. I wonder who's the sack leader right now.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Las Vegas Raiders, absolute pretender. Absolute. No, let me speak my piece. It took you guys forever to put away the Miami Dolphins.
The Dolphins are not trash.
The Bills beat the Dolphins 35-0 at home. The Dolphins come into your building, and it took you literally 5 hours to put them to bed. It took you 5 hours to put them to bed. And let's not forget, you had them on the ropes. But Derek Carr threw a pick and fumbled the ball like he always does. And he wears eyeliner. So we never know how good this team is actually going to be. Yeah, it looks great right now. They're undefeated.
But did you win the game?
You won. But you do have the Chiefs and the Chargers in that division. Good luck.
Who'd you beat? Who did they beat? They beat bona fide teams. Did they beat Baltimore first week? Is that them?
I don't know. I know they beat Miami. Who did they play last week?
They beat some good teams. I want to say they beat Kansas. Did they beat Kansas City? No,
Kansas City lost to Baltimore, and they just lost this week. No, they didn't lose to the Raiders. They lost. Who did they lose to? I don't know who they lost to. But no.
It's on the ticker. It's got to be down there on the ticker. Let me see.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Kansas City lost to, where is it? It's in the
They're so bad that they're going to get.
They lost to LA. They lost to the Chargers.
Okay, the Chargers. Yeah.
So Las Vegas, you have LA and you have Kansas City. Two, in my opinion, are Power 5 teams right there.
I don't think the Chargers are as good as you think they are. You think that because they beat Kansas City. You think that because they beat Kansas City.
No, they were good. They were good before that. They were good last week. They sucked the first week. I'll give you that. They sucked the first week, but they were good last week, and they were good against Kansas City.
But the Raiders have technically been good all year long, on offense at least.
Yeah,
like I said, their defense has something to be desired.
When you're Derek Carr and you can only throw to one player, and that player's pretty good. I'm not going to. Waller's great. He's a great player.
Henry Ruggs had a good game last game too. That dude Brian Edwards is a beast. That dude Renfro leads their team in receptions, and he's a beast. He's looking like Cole Beasley. You really look into Renfro. I had to go get him on fantasy. I said, "Yo, this dude Renfro was catching everything." Yeah, they call him second in Renfro.
If you would have got him last week, maybe you would have beat me in fantasy, but you didn't. Anyway, yep, I said it. I said it. The game happened.
You're gonna have to see me again. It's not over. You're gonna have to see me again.
Yeah, for another 10 minutes. It's still week 3. We're still in week 3 for another 10 minutes. So I'm good.
No. We're out here.
All right. So to me, like I said, the Raiders are a pretender. I think they're going good right now. It looks really sexy with John Gruden. Oh my God, he's got a 10-year contract. It's looking great. He's really turned that team around. Wait till they get to mid to late season when they're going to run a tailspin like they always do. Raiders are a pretender.
It's so weird because I just feel like they make like questionable draft picks. Like I'm like, who did you just draft? Like who? What? Like it's rumors right now on their team. They're about to trade 2 first-round draft picks on their team. They're
for what?
Getting play time. I don't know. 2 first-round draft picks. I'm like,
I don't know.
Who did you even draft? They draft. I don't like the drafts at all. Mike Mayock is over there now. He just finally got over there last year, the year before. I'd be like, who?
All right, it's Vegas. All right, moving on. Bengals, contender or pretender?
Pretender.
Why?
I just feel like the team's too young. They're young at quarterback, they're young at wide receiver, even though they have made some breakout plays. It's got to last the duration of a season. They're not ready. They're not ready. They're a pretender.
I would have to say pretender as well. They're just not ready, like you said. They're too young. Now, they have promise. They may make a wild card. I see them possibly having a wild card spot, maybe the last spot. But
they can beat out Baltimore? They can't beat out Baltimore. Or the Browns.
I think they can. I think they can handle Baltimore. Jamar Chase is legit. Joe Burrow's legit. They have to protect him. The only thing that's going to slow them down, they have absolutely no defense. Their defense is god-awful. And they played well this week. I give them that. They shut down Pittsburgh. They did what they had to do. But
Pittsburgh's offense is nothing at all anyway.
I know, but
and I just feel like they I don't know what's going on with their game plan.
Yeah.
But they were right. I feel like they were right there, though.
All right, we're going to move on.
You're saying contender?
Pretender.
Pretender.
No,
Okay. Fuck
they're
that.
not.
Okay.
They're not contender. All right, now this one should be interesting. I want to hear it because they lead their division, which isn't really saying much, but still. All right, Tennessee Titans, contender or pretender?
Ooh. Pretender.
Why?
I'm saying that because I just don't. Their defense is trash. We all know this. Their defense is trash. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's one thing to run the ball and eat up the clock or whatever the case may be. I guess you kind of have to do that with a crappy defense.
Yeah.
But it helps to have a good defense when you're running the ball, right?
Absolutely.
So I just don't believe in their defense. I don't believe in them. The Julio Jones is banged up.
Montez.
Again.
Montez.
Montez, whatever you want to call him. Julio. They know him as Julio, though. You can disclaim him out there as Montez, but they know him as Julio.
No.
But Julio. And Brown is hurt too. AJ Brown, the other wide receiver, is hurt too. So I think he's got a hamstring problem. So even with them all healthy, and I'm looking at the rest of the teams in the AFC, sorry, you're a pretender.
Okay. So I think.
And your division is trash.
They are. Their division is absolutely horrible. But unfortunately, they're just like Dallas to me. They're the best of a bad situation. They just beat the best team in their division besides themselves last week in Indianapolis with Carson. Carson can't even walk. He's on 2 sprained ankles. They have Derrick Henry. You can never count him out of a game, but their defense is just awful. They have no defense right now. And now Montez Jones is out. Brown is I think he's questionable. I don't know if he's hurt. He's questionable, but that offensive line is still good. Tannehill is going to have to do his best, but they're going to make the playoffs just by talent alone.
Yeah. I played myself. I should have started Jamar. I should have started Chase today.
Probably.
Bengals wide receiver. Because the Bengals just traded away their best cornerback. Didn't they, C.J. Anderson?
Yeah. They just sent the ticker. Just traded him.
Why did I play myself and not play Jamar Chase?
Don't know. I did.
Crap.
Anyway, but yeah, so we're gonna move on. And speaking of the Panthers, the team you went to, Panthers undefeated, contender, pretender.
Who's in their division?
Just say it. I want to hear you say it. Say it.
I want to say who is there in the division? The Atlanta Falcons is in their division.
Atlanta, Saints. New Orleans, and Tampa Bay.
Oh. Pretenders. I want to see you play against Tampa Bay. I want to see. Okay. I don't want to see you play Tampa Bay. I want to see you play some good teams. You played one good team, decent team. I don't believe in Darnold. I don't care what you say. I don't care if he threw for 300 yards last game. I don't care if he's playing good right now. I need to see him do it for a season. Don't believe in you, Darnold.
Wow.
Don't believe in you.
This team is an absolute pretender. I'm sorry. You're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. They're good. They're good. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They are good, and they may get a wild card spot.
McCaffrey's hurt too.
Yeah, McCaffrey's hurt. They may get a wild card spot, but I don't see them winning the division because the Buccaneers are too good. They will get past the New Orleans Saints and may get a wild card spot. But as far as a legit contender, no, not yet. Not yet. I think you got CJ coming in to fill that corner spot, and you got a legit first round pick over there in your corner that you got this year. So you got legit corners on them sides. That defense is gonna step it up a little bit. But I think get another wide receiver in and help out Robbie Anderson. I think he'd be a contender soon, but not yet. But Darnold is cooking. He's cooking right now.
Can you trust Darnold? Can you really trust him?
Yes.
You trust Darnold?
Yes. I trust Sam Darnold. Absolutely. He's rejuvenating himself over there. He got them boys playing lights out. Yeah, McCaffrey is hurt, but you just played the Texans, which is pretty much a bye week. But hey, I trust Darnold.
They struggled. They struggled a little bit.
They beat them 24. They beat them 24-9. They didn't struggle.
Okay, listen. Before McCaffrey after McCaffrey left the game, they were struggling. They were struggling to find plays. Matter of fact, I don't think they scored another point after he left the game.
Well, they were up 24 points, so they didn't have to. All
Yale
right.
lasted it.
So that was our game on contender or
I
pretender.
think you missed one.
I missed one. Who I missed?
You missed the Broncos. They're 3-0.
Okay. So let's analyze what you just said. The Denver Broncos, who are 3-0, who do have two legitimate corners, AJ Bouye and the other boy. Them boys are legit. Teddy Bridgewater is doing his best. Shout out to them. But Kansas City, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas are in your division. Someone has to fall. And I'm sorry, Denver, you are the our team out.
It's so weird how they got the divisions playing each other this year. Like, we don't play New England until like the late in the season. We don't even get to face them at all until like, which is weird. They did the same thing last year too.
It don't matter. We're gonna beat them anyway.
Who are the Broncos playing this week? Do you know? Do you have their schedule?
The Broncos, they play. I don't know who they play this week.
I think I picked against them to finally lose one this week.
No, I picked them. I picked Denver to win.
I know you picked Denver. I think I picked against them. I'm trying to see who they have this week.
Let me look it up. I'll look it up real quick.
It sucks that they're in that division. They got the Ravens this week.
Yep, I picked them.
They zipped the Jets, but then again it's the Jets. They zipped the Broncos. I mean, they didn't zip the Jaguars, but they beat the Jaguars by 13. And they beat the Giants. I mean, all three of those teams are 0-3. Okay, so and then last year they won. I think combined those three teams only won like nine games last year.
Denver, call me when you beat somebody legit. But I picked them to win.
You gotta play this next couple of games are getting difficult for them. They got the Ravens next, then they got the Steelers who beat us. Maybe the thing about the Steelers is so weird is they have Mike Tomlin. The dude's went to the playoffs. He's never had a losing season.
Yeah,
he's never had a losing season. He's never not made the playoffs. So I gotta believe he's going to get them back on track. I think they need to go ahead and sign Cam Newton or somebody. I don't know what they need to do.
They got Teddy Bridgewater. Teddy Dimes is playing great.
Man, no, Ben Roethlisberger. I'm talking about the Steelers. I think Big Ben's got to go. I don't know what else you got to do.
I'm being real. Since we're talking Broncos and horses and all that, I'm just being real. Big Ben, they're loading the shotgun, my guy. They're taking you out back and they're loading the shotgun, dog.
Listen, the Broncos got a rough stretch. They got, like I said, they got the Ravens, and then they have the Steelers, then they have the Raiders, then they have the Browns. All right.
Yeah.
Then you got Washington. You might be able to squeeze a win there.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Then you got the Cowboys. You're not beating the Cowboys.
Yeah. So
you got the Eagles. You may have a win there.
Pretender.
Chargers. I think I want to see what the Eagles do next week. I want to see if they bounce back somewhat. Because Jalen Hurts played pretty good this first 2 weeks.
Define good.
He played better. He played better in them 2 games.
He didn't play. Let's go where he didn't play bad. He didn't play bad.
Don't forget, the Eagles were in the Super Bowl a few years ago. They fired that coach, didn't they?
They did. Absolutely, they did. And they gave Frank Wright to Indianapolis, so they have no shot. And they have Sirianni in there. Sirianni is like 1 year younger than you, and like 2 years older than me. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
No.
Nick Sirianni should not be a head coach right now. So that's just Eagles. No, they're nowhere near that team.
They looked so bad the other day against the Cowboys. It was just like, man,
sad to watch. Yeah.
And that was without DeMarcus Lawrence, right?
Yep.
That was so yeah. Broncos got some tough games, but they got a couple easy. They got a couple games. They're going to have to prove their worth. And they close the season. They close the season out with the Chiefs. They're done.
I don't see them going far. I mean, I respect it, but I do not see them going far. I sound terrible. It's really weird. Okay, all right, moving on.
Got 15 minutes. We can close it.
Yeah, moving on. I'm gonna try to do it.
Thank you, man. You're like Jordan in the flu game right now.
Man.
Yo, it's funny. You just posted something about that in the.
I did because I felt terrible. but I still dragged myself into work, went all 8 hours. But today, man, I could not do it. I just, I was
You got
throwing
a
up
job where
crap.
you have to use your voice too. Like,
Exactly. So just let me just try to plow through the rest of this 15 minutes here. All right, Buffalo Bills. This is a preseason game. We're probably going to pull our starters in the second half. Let's be real. The Texans have no shot. I had Brandon Cooks on my fantasy team, sitting them down. It's going to be real, sitting them down. Going into Houston, like I said on Tuesday's show, if the Texans think that we forgot what they did to us in the playoffs, we haven't. We have not forgotten what you've done to us. This is a revenge game. Now you're coming to Buffalo, and now you're terrible. And if you think we're going to take it easy on you, we are not.
Then again,
Not at all.
Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? I just want to see. Are we going to get the chance to see Gabe Davis a little bit more this game? Because they might as well chill. You mean saying? Are we going to see Kumaro?
Kumaro? No, probably in the second half. Here's what I want to see.
Is it a waste to have Kumaro?
No, you need that depth. You need that depth. You know what I mean?
They're not even getting in the game.
You need that depth for these games right here in the fourth quarter where they can, pad their stats and compare videotape. This is going to be a straight up slaughter. This is what I want to see. I want to see AJ Epinesa and Gregory Rousseau absolutely annihilate David Mills.
I want to see your boy. Can they activate Boogie Basham in this game? Like, if you're going to activate him any game where you don't need Star or you don't need FL Bottle, whoever else, I want to see those dudes just get in the game. I want to see Boogie Basham. He's the second round pick, and we're making him inactive.
Well, AJ Epinesa was a first round pick. Was a second round pick the year before. We sat him pretty much the whole season. Let's let these guys gel. Let's let these guys gel on the pass rush.
Mm-hmm.
But I think David Mills is going to have an absolute terrible time.
Oh yeah, he's going to be destroyed. We get Ed Oliver site, man. Ed Oliver, come on, man. Ed Oliver, come on, man. You're boring me, man. You got to get off the milk carton. You're on the milk carton. You're missing. We're looking for you.
Who you say?
Ed Oliver.
Oh, yo.
He's MIA. I'm only saying that because he hasn't made the sexy plays. I'm sure he's playing good against the run and he's clogging up people. But
I'm gonna be real. I haven't seen Ed Oliver do really much anything this entire year. It's only 3 games in, and I know we saw him
get like a couple pressures, but I don't know.
Ed, if there was ever a game where you have a breakout game, this is the one.
Right.
So my question to you, my co-host, over under, Bills score over 30?
Oh, that's another thing. The Bills been scoring over 30 every week anyway. Of course they're going over 30. They didn't do it against the Pittsburgh defense, but I feel like there were opportunities too. Like they just missed them.
We're all in agreement. Okay, we were all in agreement. That was a warm-up game. We're gonna just go ahead and give them a mulligan for week 1. Okay, because they need that wake-up call.
I always say this, man. Your boy Sean McDermott on games like this, he seems to take it easy. Besides the anomaly with the Miami games.
No, we don't.
No?
Let's keep it real. Last year when we played garbage teams, we beat the crap out of them.
We beat the crap out of a lot of them.
Exactly. So let's be real. These guys, they have no shot. They just lost.
No, they have no shot at all. But is he going to take his foot off the pedal? Actually, I won't be surprised if Trubisky comes in the second half and throws for another 200 yards.
Wouldn't that be awesome? We just showcasing Trubisky in the third quarter, like the middle of the third quarter, like a preseason game. He just take over. Everybody about to leave. Then your boy Zach Moss run from 150.
Yeah, I want to see Breida. Can we play Breida this game? Can we freaking play Breida?
We don't need him. We don't need Matt Breida right now. I mean, it's Devin Singletary after that game.
I just want to see what he is. I'm just very intrigued and curious. What is he? Is he anything?
You just want to put him in like it's Madden, like you just spell him like, hey, let's put Breida in. Let's see what he's got. Like, no, this is real life.
I think they got some stuff dialed up for him. I think he's like a secret weapon. They're just waiting for the right moment to just like, look, we got something special here.
Yeah, well, we'll see what they can do. We'll definitely see what they can do.
I think they should do it this game just because it gives Kansas City an extra thing to prepare for.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we play them the week after, so it's like
I do.
Kansas City. I think we're gonna do a couple of things so they know, like, okay, we gotta prepare for this shit over here. We gotta spend some time on this right here, right?
Yeah,
This is
I
the
agree.
game when you do all that stuff. You do all those weird things.
Let's be real. This is the bye week. This is the test game to see what you got against Kansas City. Now, Kansas City, they're a very pissed off team right now. And
Yeah.
shout out to Andy Reid. Get well, homie. I don't know if you're going to be on the sidelines this week. Hopefully you better, but get well. But we all know, because we're going to win this game, coming off a win, going to Kansas City next week, Sunday Night Football, the world is going to watch. Can Josh Allen answer the call?
Come on, Josh. Come on, Josh.
Why we look so scared? Why we look so scared?
I'm just tired of them. Because we lost to them like the last 3 times we played them.
I know.
It's annoying. That's why I said they can't just keep beating us. There's no way that they're gonna just beat us every time. The Bills have this game. I think they're gonna win it. Our defense is too good now. I think our defense is a step above what it was last year. I think they see what they went wrong last year, and I think they're gonna play more. I think they're gonna be more. What's the word? Disciplined.
Discipline. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Here's how we're gonna beat the Chiefs. I'm just gonna keep it real with y'all. We keep it real in the fan cave. We keep it real every week. This is how we're gonna beat the Chiefs. Number 1, cannot give any bull crap penalties. Number 2, we cannot, and I repeat this, we cannot give them a short field. We do that,
Cool.
we're good. We're good. That's exactly what LA did. LA did not give them a short field.
Listen. You can't come out with that conservative BS, okay? I don't want McDermott to get. I don't want to get conservative McDermott. I want the dude who's just let's go. Let's get at these boys.
Let's go. Score for score.
Let's showcase Dawson Knox. The tight end has been killing. Tight ends have been killing Kansas City this year, by the way.
Yep, absolutely.
Let's showcase Dawson Knox. Let's showcase some. Let's put their linebackers on Front Street. Like, you know what I mean? Their linebackers are not that good at all.
All right. Well, the thing is, we have to go score for score with them. That's exactly what LA did. LA did not provide them with a shortened field, and they had to go score for score. They let Justin Herbert let it rip, man. They let him go. And he matched their intensity, and they beat him. This is exactly. Go ahead.
And I wanted to say, like, I think you were right when you were talking a little bit about an upgrade when it comes to Emmanuel Sanders. I think he's going to do what John Brown didn't do.
Thank you.
In those games versus Kansas City, because I just feel like that matchup for, like, I think John Brown either he struggles against press coverage or whatever the case may be. He was not open at all in that Kansas City game, not at all. So I feel like Emmanuel Sanders, I got you. I feel like you gonna do what you're supposed to do that game.
I agree. If Kansas City loses this week, I don't know who they play this week. But if they go out there and they lose this week, they have a easy game.
They have a pretty easy game this week.
I don't know who they play. But they play. I have it here already. They play. See who gets it first?
They play They play the Eagles. Yeah, they got it easy. They're playing the Eagles.
Okay. But they go out there, and if they lose, they're going to lose next week. Because if they lose to the Eagles, they're going to be in a tailspin. And it was like, oh, they're going to get it back against Buffalo. They won't. But because I'm going to be real, we have not forgotten what they did to us last year, and we are going to be ready. I think this team is more focused. than ever. They're going to take it out on Houston this week, and they're going to go into Kansas City next week. I think they're going to take care of business on Sunday Night Football.
That's going to be an emotional game.
Yep. They're going to keep showing that Stephon Diggs thing where he's like this.
Yeah.
They're going to keep showing that.
Standing there with his hands on his hip like
that. Yeah, they're going to keep showing that. They're going to keep showing Sean McDermott hugging him. They're going to, like, ride Patrick Mahomes the whole way. Like,
and you know who I'm gonna hate? I'm gonna hate Collinsworth. I'm gonna hate him that game.
Okay. Now I already have a smoker's cough, but I'm gonna see how Collinsworth is gonna do it. Oh yeah, Patrick Mahomes, he's gonna come into this game. He's gonna go out there and absolutely ball against Buffalo. Josh Allen is a legit star. He's a good player. This Kansas City team, they're too good. They're too good out there. Buffalo has no shot. Then Al Michaels is going to co-sign. Yeah, Chris. I don't see the Bills really pulling this off. I don't know how they're going to do it, Chris, tonight. I mean, Josh Allen is a legit contender. They probably won't even give us Al Michaels. They'll probably give us the other dude, the black guy. What's his name?
No, don't say Booger.
No. Mike Tirico. They're probably going to give us Mike Tirico.
We better get Al Michaels. I'm gonna want
Al Michaels, man. Give us Al Michaels, man. They always give us garbage commentators, bro.
Man, listen. There's no way. Like I'm just telling you right now, he is going to be on Mahomes' sack. Okay, I don't know what else to say. He's going to be sweating. Patrick Mahomes is just so good.
Right.
The way he just does the thing so well. Look at this play to Kelce.
Look, did he throw it behind his back? He threw it behind his back for the touchdown. It's just so amazing.
Man. Then when he's going to sweat Kelce. He's going to sweat Tyreek Hill. We already know this.
We already know what's going on.
He's going to sweat the crap out.
You know what? We should watch the game on mute and just play our show and just watch the game. Because I don't want to hear it. I know how it's going to be. And then if Patrick Mahomes throws a pick, that's on the receiver. That receiver's got to look back for the ball. Patrick Mahomes put it right there.
It's when we're up. We're going to be up by like 28 to 3. You never can watch out for the Kansas City. You got to watch out for them. You can never bury them. This guy is amazing. This guy will bring his team back. And in any second now, we're going to see Patrick Mahomes score 14 points.
It's 28 to 3. I don't care if it's only 30 seconds left and the Bills have the ball. You never count Patrick Mahomes out.
Right.
They're taking a knee, bro.
I can't stand Collinsworth these days, man. I used to like him back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, I liked him, but now I just feel like, he just
god awful. You just hear him in the booth, patting the cigarettes, I'm gonna light one up.
You know what sucks is I haven't been catching the Manning Bowl thing. The Mannings when they come. I haven't watched what they had to say.
Gave everybody the finger. That was hilarious. He was gonna be don't be no fool. He was gonna be don't be no fool.
I love it though.
That from him.
I love it. You can't be happy, dude.
No, you can't do that on Disney. You can't do that on Disney, bro.
Listen.
You can't do it on Disney.
What kids are? Oh, you can't do it on Disney. That's what it is.
Yeah, you can't do that on Disney. You can't.
It's not NBC. It's not NBC.
No, ESPN is owned by Disney. You can't do that on Disney.
That sucks.
It does.
I like that.
If that was on Fox, that would have been hilarious.
Right.
And Disney, I was like,
Disney's got to stop. They got to improve their standards. They got to lower their standards. Because why are you putting the Mannings on here if we're not going to get some edgy stuff? They do. We're really all they're going to do is just rib on each other every show anyway, which is great too. I want to see him talk about Peyton Manning's big head. I want to talk about all the other stuff.
It's hilarious because Eli did it so cool. He did it so he's like, they can bleep it out. They can bleep it out. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna do it right now. No, we're not bleeping that out. We're not bleeping that out. They definitely didn't bleep that out. You definitely did that on a Disney network. That was the most gangster thing ever. I love Eli.
But they're gonna be off the week that we do it. So the week that we play Kansas City on Sunday night, they're off for to week 7.
Well, no, they're on ESPN. They're not on NBC. They're on ESPN. They're on ESPN 2.
I don't know. I don't know if they both cover the game or whatever.
So ESPN has it set up. They have the regular Monday Night Football team, which is some scrubs they really don't care about. But then they have ESPN 2 in the ESPN app, to where you can have Eli Manning. And
do the Bills got a Monday night game?
I think they do have a Monday night game. I think we do have a Monday night game this year. I don't know who we play, but we do have a Monday night game this year. But
right, I think that's coming up. I think we played 2 primetime games in a row.
Yeah, I know we do have a Monday night game. I don't know if it's against the Patriots. Speaking of the Patriots, are you ready for the onslaught that the Bucs are going to put on?
Yeah, we're at the Titans on Monday night the next week.
Oof, that's going to be.
We got 8 games to prepare though.
Yeah.
Instead of 7.
But Patriots, Bucs. Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be wonderful to watch. I'm gonna watch every.
Either way, the thing is, either way, I'll be happy. If Belichick beats Brady, I'll be happy. Kind of. I actually don't want that to happen at all, but I still will be happy that Brady takes a loss. I like when either one of them lose. I don't care which one it is. It's mostly Belichick. I really hate him the most.
I ain't gonna hold you. I want Brady to win. I want Brady to win. I want Brady to win because I want to see all of New England, all of those Boston guys. Like Tom Brady. Yeah, Tom Brady's coming back. No, he's not a cock. No, we love him. We love him. We love Tom Brady here. We're not Tampa Bay fans. We're still a Pats fan over here. What's with this guy?
Are they gonna boo him when he comes out?
I hope they do. I hope they do. And he does his big old "let's go" thing. Let's go.
I ain't gonna front. If I was at that Miami game when Thurman Thomas, he didn't even play that game, but if he would have suited up that game and they would have said his name, and Thurman's, I don't know if you noticed, but Thurman's my favorite Buffalo Bill of all time.
That's fair.
I would have booed him. If he came out running out the field with that Dolphin unit, I feel like he played that game. He got injured. He got injured the game before. I think he like hurt his kidney or something. He was. He
didn't want to play.
If he would have played that game, I'm telling you, and I was at that game. Boo! My favorite player ever in the Buffalo Bills uniform, Thurman Thomas. Boo! I would have booed him.
Remember when Andre Reed played for the Broncos? Remember how hilarious that was? Remember that happened? Remember that was
like the Redskins, the Broncos.
Yeah. Oh man, that was hilarious. But no, I think.
Did you go to that game?
I did not. It was in Denver, but I just remember him and the Broncos were like, ugh.
I feel like I went to a game where the Bills played the Washington Redskins. They're in the past. You can call them. They were the Redskins then. Okay, but we played them.
We're not Disney.
Right. We played them, and I didn't boo Bruce, even though they were saying Bruce. I think it was hard to decipher whether or not they were saying boo or saying Bruce.
Yeah.
I couldn't boo him though. If he would play for the Dolphins, I think I would have booed him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because back then it was still that Dolphins type of
rivalry.
Hatred.
Yeah.
It was that Dolphins
we didn't like it. Now we don't like. I want Tom Brady to just go off. I want him to score a touchdown on New England and just spike it. Or him to throw it to Gronk and spike it. I just want him to stick it to them so bad that would just make my day.
Well, this is what I really want. I want the Buccaneers to win, but I want Brady to play bad. If that makes any sense. I want to see. I just don't want him. Then it would be now that probably would suck too. I won't get the satisfaction of seeing Bill Belichick just like all worried, just like
he's gonna be like you're gonna be in a press conference of like you're just gonna see him answer the questions and Belichick's voice is like, so Bill, playing Tom Brady, the score was 52-3. So how do you how do you want to react to those who speculate that this was all Brady this entire time? Well, we're playing the Jets, so we're on the Jets. Yeah,
we're gonna play the Jets now.
Yeah, this is gonna be hilarious. This is just gonna be.
He was a good quarterback when he was here. He's still he's a pretty good quarterback.
He's legit Hall of Famer. We're playing the Jets now, so that's where I'm at. Big shout out to my
man. Like I said, man, it's gonna be a deep. I feel like I told you, it's a matchup where they know everything about Brady. So, but Brady may be able to tell them, like, yo, listen, I know exactly how Bill's going to try to stop me. So we're going to do this.
But they don't have anybody to stop them. That's the problem. So, yeah, you can go out.
They still got decent quarters with that dude, J.C. Jackson.
You can go out. No, you can go into a fight with a big rifle. If you ain't got no bullets in the gun, you pretty much dare with just your fist, bro. They ain't got nothing to stop them.
Yo, he's good. Listen, Belichick's still good with having nothing. Like he's still pretty good with having nothing. But then you got to stop Gronk. You got to stop Mike Evans. Is Antonio Brown going to be back? You got to stop him too. You got to stop Gardner. You got to stop Scotty Miller. Like this team is deep as freak. Like, dude, they got O.J. Howard, Cameron Brate. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, this team is pretty bad. So this is gonna be easy pickings. I feel like it's not fair. I feel like he shouldn't even play in this game. They should just let him the backup play. Like I feel like he shouldn't even play. Like just let him sit this one out. That time we're good. We're good. We don't need you. We're good.
Are we gonna see a Cam sighting this year on any team?
No.
What is it going to take to see
I-
Cam do? Like,
I
who's
think
gotta?
I think if Cam was gonna get signed, he would have been signed by now. So I say no. I say no to bring. I mean, you bring him in past week 4, it's too late at that point.
Trying to think, is anybody that would get hurt that you would sign Cam Newton?
I
The
think the
only dude
dog.
I think crazy enough to do it, I think that dude. I still think, what's the name? If Derek Carr got hurt, Peterman
Who?
or if Derek Carr got hurt,
Derek-
would you go ahead and sign Cam, or are you gonna let Peterman play again?
I just see John Gruden. I'll tell you something. We're going with Nathan Peterman, man. We're going with Nathan Peterman. I saw the
He's
guy
the-
coming out of Pittsburgh, man. He's legit.
He's
Like,
the
no.
best preseason quarterback I ever saw in my life. He even killed it this preseason too. Like
Yeah, he's still the GOAT.
Peterman,
still
man.
Still the GOAT. Still the GOAT. Still the GOAT. We haven't forgot, Nate. We haven't forgot. We still got your jersey not hanging in the rafters. Shout out to you, Nate Peterman. Well, we're going to end the show now. Any shout outs you want to give before we dip up out of here?
Shout out to you, man. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for being the MVP that you are today for this show.
That's
Keep
right.
doing your thing. You bring that extra spark to the table. We needed that. So, especially this week. So, shout out to my girl as always. She always taking it down. She always supporting me. Sherelle,
What's up,
love
Rel?
you, girl.
What's up, Real? Love the background. Love it. Love it. I want to give a shout out to my Yankees, man. Make the AL wild card, baby. Make it. Let's go to this series. Get our 28th ring. We earned it. We deserve it. Let's go.
I keep forgetting to get my 2 Yankee hats. I gotta buy 2 Yankee hats. They got the great brim at the bottom. I need it, and I want to keep it just in case. Everybody right now, most stores have the black bottom brim under here, which is cool because it doesn't get dirty, and the inside doesn't get it. But I just like the gray. If you can some way to black out the line in the inside, the end liner.
I don't know. It'd be dope. It'd be dope. I still got my Yankees shirt. Still got my Yankees hat. Still gonna wear it. But I want to give a shout out to everybody who lived in. Everybody lived in from YouTube. Everybody on Facebook and everybody on Twitch. Shout out to everybody. Not a lot of comments here, but we did get a couple comments here. Shout out to everybody who tuned in. We're definitely going to see you guys on Tuesday at 7:30. And I want to give a shout out to my nephew, Jaden. Tomorrow is his birthday. And my son, Braden, Saturday is his birthday. Shout out to both of you guys. Uncle B loves you. Daddy loves you. So I'll see you guys on Tuesday at 7:30. I'm going to throw 2 fingers at them.
All right, like, subscribe, y'all.
Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe.
All right.
Absolutely. Peace out.